What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's that time again. It's time for the Poindexter Lounge. Tonight, we celebrate because ding dong, the Hamada burgers are done. That's right. Walter Hamada, you're out of here. And we have a lot to look forward to when it comes to the DCEU. Also, Gal Gadot today. I'm not saying she was happy about this, but she was smiling for some reason on the internet. Coincidence? Let's see. Also, The Rock once again calls out the former DC regime. Wasn't too happy with what he was seeing. And of course, there's those first Black Adam reviews. Ooh. But you know, the question is, does this movie really have any bearing on what we see going forward? Or is the new regime set and ready to go with their 10-year plan? All coming up here next on the Poindexter Lounge. Stay tuned.
Let's get this party started! Oh, that was...
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages? It is time for the one, the only, except no substitutions, because we don't offer any. No using those knockoff brand Poindexter lounges. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you'll be sorely disappointed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Poindexter Lounge, the best show, podcast, YouTube show on the internet, broadcasting from my toy room to you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. If this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, then hey, you know what? You done did find the right place. And so we are so glad to have you guys with us. All right, so please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, and join our growing group of nerds, because that's what we would like to have happen. That's what we would really like to have that happen, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you. All right, and if you've been here for a long time, hey, we're grateful for you too. Hey, we're not leaving you out. Oh no, not our nerd family that has been here with us all along. We're so glad and thankful for each and every one of you, all right? And you know what? That being said, right off the bat, we want to thank those of you who support the channel. Thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are fantastic. You're awesome. You keep the lights on here, as we say. That is such a cliche thing to say, isn't it? But I just said it anyways. And here's the updated members list. There it is. If you are a member, your name should be on this list. Thank you guys for being members. Membership is really super easy. It's as little as $2. The Patreon is as little as $1, and you can support the channel, and you get all kinds of cool things though if you become a member. You get cool things with the Patreon too. But also thanks to everyone who gives super chats. You guys are awesome. We really, really appreciate that. And you know what? It all goes back to help make the best show that we possibly can for you. So thank you guys so much. And like I said, if you're a member, you get cool things like emoticons, special videos, all that cool stuff. Members only videos where just the members can come in, and every once in a while we might have some members chat only videos. We kind of experimented with that a little bit, and thanks to Rhea again, who gave away 5 memberships last night. I haven't even gotten deep enough into that to even figure out what that is. so I plan on looking into that a little bit, and maybe we'll give some memberships here coming up. But thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who gives super chats. You guys are fantastic. And then some of you just want to support the channel and you don't want YouTube or anybody else to get anything, but you want it all to come to us. Of course, we have links right there in the description below this video where you guys can absolutely do that. And of course, we also have a store that you could pick from all kinds of cool designs and fun stuff. And I got some more stuff that will probably be releasing here shortly. Of course, you got the classic there, the Justice League Poindexter Lounge. Next to that, you got the Star Wars version there. We got a NWO version way over there. The Warner Brothers and the what is it, the Tale of Lies or something like that. We got a lot of cool stuff there. We got the OG one right there in the just to the left in the bottom there. There's lots of fun stuff, and of course Walter Hamada has his very own T-shirt, Hamada and the something or another. Let's see what is it, Hamada and the Defenders of, or in the, not the Defenders, is it? Yeah, it might be the Defenders of the Multiverse or something like that. So lots of fun, cool stuff, and of course Silent Scotty's favorite spaghetti tacos there in the lower left-hand corner. All right, so thank you to everyone who takes advantage of that. Also, we want to thank our sponsor, Bully Sticks Direct. That's right, Bully Sticks Direct. You can find them at bullysticksdirect.com. Do your dogs love treats? It's a rhetorical question. Of course your dogs love treats. My dogs love treats. My dogs absolutely love it when it's treat time. If you even say the word treat, they just lose their mind. And here to prove it to you, I will show you right now. My dogs respond to Bully Sticks. Hey guys, you want some Bully Sticks?
Bully Sticks Direct.
.com. Like and follow for daily doggy adventures.
That's right, bullysticksdirect.com, where if you put in promo code Poindexter, you'll get 10% off your order. And look, Bully Sticks, look, they're just great. Dogs love them. We love them. You can get all kinds of cool stuff here at bullysticksdirect.com. They're all natural treats and chews for your dogs. You can get free shipping on all orders. You can auto ship and save. Look, you can even call them up. Do you know how many websites don't even have numbers nowadays? It puts you on an endless circle of just not knowing who to contact. You know, if you have an issue or whatever, you got that. But they're all natural and preservative free. No hormones added or antibiotics. It's a single source supplier for quality and consistency. And there's all kinds of cool stuff. What I just showed you right there was their taffy gullet. That's what the dogs here have. But they got great collagen in them for your dog's bones and cartilage and all that stuff, and also just a great selection of all natural chews. And of course, it alleviates boredom, lessens anxiety, just for fun. Sometimes they're healthy for your dog, and they are safe. So visit bullysticksdirect.com. Tell them Poindexter Lounge sent you over, and you'll be glad you did. And your dogs will be really glad too. Your dogs will be happy. Just tell your dogs that I told you to do it. All right, and your dogs will your dogs will thank me later. All right. That being said, we're going to jump into the chat. We got some people who may come in. I apologize. I accidentally scheduled this for tomorrow night, and I needed to schedule it for tonight. But that's okay, because we are here. And, yeah, and then here we are. So, first of all, Patrick here says, I'm going to bed. I see Black Adam next Sunday. I don't care, Rotten and Dan Murrell. Give Black Adam a positive review. There you go. Hey, Saggy Melons, the one, the only. I saw her guesting on somebody else's show today. And so she says, I came and then I tuned in. And so now I'm going to go smoke a cig and have a beer. That's what you do when you're here at Poindexter Lounge. The rise of DC. It's Ralph's Double Tits. Okay, there you go. The rise of DC is here, folks, and the cookie cutter critics are scared their precious Marvel will be left in the dust. It's a great observation there, Ralph. Fourth 1000 says, wait, will Superman be produced by the Rocks Company? If so, eesh. I don't know, man. That's a discussion we can definitely have. Hal Jordan here says, hello, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Why is Gal smiling? Exactly. You Do Suck says, hello, everyone. Hello, You Do Suck. Richard Gilbert says, hello and good evening, Enosh. Hope all is well with you. Everything is well with me. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Cisco is here. Says, a day long remember will be the final piece of the old toxic, bitter, and compromised WB regime out. Werewolf Jeebus is here. Says, it's over. Zeno, my friend, is here. Zeno, I owe you a shirt for that last month that you were at Full Poindexter. So don't think that I forgot you. I did not. Unlike those other green screen brands, Enosh has a real toy room. Yes, it's a physical thing. See, look here.
Man battle stations. Photon torpedoes fire. Prepare for warp maneuvers.
Yes, my toy room is absolutely 100% real. And it's not just this room either. Thank you so much. What's up, Anthony Chobot? Good to see you, my friend. I missed a super chat. Oh, it must be you must have sent a member chat, didn't you? Okay, well, give me just a minute, and I'll try to get on that. Hopefully it didn't pass, and I can get to it. There we go. Let's see here. Let me do the pop out thing, and a push there. I still don't understand why StreamYard, we've gotten this far with StreamYard, and and they still won't show the stinking chat, thing. Doesn't really make much sense, but here we go. Yeah, there's Anthony Chobots right there. Says, hey, how are you, Enosh? I've got 589 subs. Congratulations, sir. Well done. I'm glad for you, man. Hey, keep up the good work. All right, buddy. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to put in my my really cool little overlay here. I got to put that back in. Okay. And then, we got somebody who's in the back. So give me just a second. What is going on? That thing just jumped out of nowhere. Speaking of bully sticks, Isaac is here. Multiverse of Movies is here. What's up, Anthony? Grigsby says hello to Enosh and the panel in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see him. We Are Venom says sup, Enosh. Let's see here. Who else? So William Powell says my crowd loved Black Adam, and I deliberately sent people heavily critical of DCEU. So hopefully we can hear from him later, a little bit later. Larry is here, says hashtag restored. By the way, Larry, guess what? You are the winner of this Scare Glow. So Larry, what I need you to do is I need you to contact me, bro, via DM, and I can get you this Scare Glow. Because this was for anyone who becomes a member or is a patron or gives a super chat. And Larry has been given super chats, and he was in the running for this, and so now he has this. So this is yours, buddy. Just message me so we can get that to you. And of course, our next giveaway will be this box set right here, which is the first 7 Fast and the Furious movies on Blu-ray in this cool little tire like that. All right, so be looking for that. William says, check my inbox. Okay, I will do that in just a second. Film Goblin says, yo, Enosh, will Ray Fisher come back now? It's a good question. It is a very good question. Hashtag bring back Ray. I would love that. Yes, the 40th anniversary He-Man is the best. Voila! Bam! Right there. On cue. On command. Got it for you, buddy. Let's see. Jared from Comics League. What's up, Jared? Says, Enosh, we need to get you back on Comics League sometime. Dude, I'm more than happy to come back on Comics League sometime. I just got to I got to be on my own show sometimes. I have literally not been on my own show, man, that much in the last 2 months. So, let me kind of get that, back into the swing of things. And we'll definitely come back there. But also, ladies and gentlemen, I have a pretty good feeling I know who this is in the back. And she's pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, The Other Me.
What? What? Hey.
It's Enosh in stereo.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on, Saggy?
No, I'm Enosh. I'm Poindexter Lounge Enosh. See, look. Match your names and everything. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
Oh boy, how you been?
I've been good. How have you been? I feel like I haven't seen you at all, like ever. We assuming like you just fell off. Like what you been up to? Like
You know what? Just taking care of real life stuff, man. You know, like seriously. I've just been busy. Just been busy with real life. You know, things. You know, seriously. Working at the school. You know. Although you know I've taken flack for that. You know, you always have the haters. You know, so you know, you got the people who like are just like, you know, Enosh is a, you know, what did I get called, a fat substitute teacher?
a what? By who?
Yeah,
What
I
now?
got called an old fat substitute teacher by somebody called Tiffany is not happy and is going to leave Enosh soon.
What?
To which Tiffany just flat out told him. Tiffany was very satisfied in her relationship with me. Just saying.
I'm also satisfied with my relationship with you and Tiff.
Thank you. Although I heard that you had people looking at your bahoobies.
Oh, I can't go anywhere without people bringing that up anymore.
Well, I mean, you got a name like Saggy Melons. I mean, you know, like I heard you complaining that the first thing that people look at is your bahoobies because they want to know if they are actually saggy or not.
Yeah,
this true?
well,
In depth. The people want to know, Saggy. That's what the Poindexter Lounge is all about. Is all about in depth, you know, questions and whatnot. Are you hiding great bahoobies behind that picture of me?
yes. I mean, I think it's also safe to say that Enosh has nice boobies.
I do actually. I actually do. I have small nipples though.
Are we here to talk about nipples? When did this become the nipple stream?
I don't know, but you know, I do. I have small nipples.
I'm glad we
y'all
all
want to
now
see
know
them?
that.
Give a super chat. I'll show you my nipples first for a decent super chat. Because that's how I am. That's how I am. That's how I am.
I'm
William is
tempted.
messaging. William is messaging me here. Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
took your DMs.
Yes. Okay. So let me bring up here whatever William is sending me. But yeah. Yeah. That's I saw your video stream and you were talking about, you know, that people are always asking you about your boobs, huh?
That's a new thing, yeah. I mean, I guess. Women on the internet, boobies.
So they're not saggy then, is what you're saying?
No, I actually had somebody message me saying that I'm glad that the name does not hold up. It's not actually true. I was like, thank you. It's a joke. I don't know why people.
I
think my
have
name
not
is
found
weird.
I have not found Saggy's OnlyFans. Not yet.
I mean, it's
I'm
there.
waiting for the sponsorship link.
Sponsored by you and Max. Both you and Max are trying to get me to sponsor y'all. I don't know how that-
Sponsored by Saggy Melons' OnlyFans. Yes. Hey, check it out. It's Arctic Conquest. It's my buddy. Well, it's his first time tuning in for a while, and I joined to some booby talk. How are you all? We're good, man. We're good. How are you, Arctic? It's good to see you, man. For sure. Okay, so this is what. So obviously today's a big day. People are finally starting to see Black Adam. Our good buddy William the Wise here. He had a showing tonight in Las Vegas. And he said that he specifically invited some people who weren't big fans of the DCEU. And then they had this to say, apparently. Did I pull it up? Oh, gosh, I hate when StreamYard doesn't do that. Okay, so this is apparently what they had to say about it. Surprisingly, it was good. You know what? Hold on. I just got to take this thing off here. I'm going to show you my small nipple here in a minute. Now I got to take this off. Okay, how was it? Surprisingly, it was good. How the crowd responded to Cavill. Exploded. What percentage of positives? 100%. Everyone was talking about it outside. So there you go.
So,
Scientific
just gonna spoil it?
evidence. Yes, scientific evidence that apparently Black Adam is 100% satisfying.
I mean, sure. I mean,
Are you looking
I'm
forward to
glad-
Black Adam?
No, you didn't see. This is why we got to talk more. I have gone on record and said I am boycotting it. Well, not boycotting. I just personally am not going to go see it. I had no real like interest to see it. I was going to see it for The Rock, but then The Rock pulled what I consider a bitch ass move, and I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
What was this move that he pulled?
So I know you heard about it when everyone was freaking out that 2-second clip from Joss Whedon's Justice League movie, and the internet lost minds, and then he took it out. And I was like, why would you even cater to that 2 seconds, dude? It wasn't even that serious. Like I thought it was crazy. So I was like, so if I start complaining, I want it back in. Are you gonna put it back in? No? Okay, I don't want to see the movie now. I'm petty. You know I'm petty.
Yeah, I don't know that, like, you know, a lot of people were like, yeah, he catered, he caved in, whatever. Like, I don't know that he caved in. I think that it was probably something that was just overlooked. And, you know, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know about that. Like, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. You know,
Like I can see if like it was a longer scene and it was clearly like I mean they could have went with another scene cool, but I just don't like it when like you already know how I feel about like the Snyder Bros out there that like complain and and bitch and moan about every little thing that's not involving Zach, and it's just like one of those moments where I see them doing that again. I'm like, yeah. I wouldn't have catered to them because that's it just seems like The Rock would not be, you know, that much. And I thought it was actually interesting though when like everyone was giving like who was it? I think what was the issue? Even like people I was surprised were like defending something that the Snyder Bros were going after. I forgot. It was like something stupid. I think they were mad over some kind of like appearance with Henry Cavill or something. I don't know. Henry Cavill is a traitor or something like that.
Well, of course, because, you know, Saggy, okay, so you've been around long enough, right, to know that I have gone, like, around the universe and back, it seems like, with people regarding all of that. You know, I talk about it a lot, that it seems like I get called a Snyder bro from people who just want to hate on me because I enjoy Snyder's movies. Look, I'm not, I make no apology for it. I like Zack Snyder's take on the DCEU, you know, on his DC characters. I have always enjoyed his characters. I enjoy the way that they were written. I enjoy, you know, the story that he told, and I wanted to see his story come to fruition. You know, that's what I wanted to see. I absolutely wanted to see that from the beginning. Now, that being said, I've never. Oh, what?
It was over the suit. That's what it was. That they were mad over the suit.
Because it was blue.
Because it was his original color scheme.
And see, okay, so it's that kind of stuff that drives me nuts, right? Because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just dumb at this point. Where we are we're arguing over like the fact that Henry Cavill, well, Superman in general wears a blue suit, right? So
right.
What's the problem? People are like, well, it's the black suit. Yeah, but the black suit was never intended to be just the black suit from here on out. You know, it was always the blue suit even shows up in the Snyder cut for a half a second when he's wearing it after he succumbs to the anti-life equation with Darkseid. So, like, guys, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, he can put on different suits. You know,
Larry.
They literally, yeah, right, Larry. But they literally established that he has all these suits. right? He's got a black suit. He's got a blue suit. He's got armored suits. He's got all these things. So why are we griping and moaning about that? That doesn't make any sense.
His
But
suit
yeah,
was
Saggy.
originally blue and red. Why is everyone making a stink over it? That was the weirdest thing.
But that's the thing, is like these people, they look for every little thing, and that's why I have tried to distinguish myself from being one of these Snyder bros, which are the people that I consider who are just obsessed with Zack Snyder, who worship at an altar to Zack Snyder, act like Snyder can do no wrong. Look, if I see something that I'm not really too fond of, I'm going to say it. Like, I'm not too fond of it, but so far I've loved his DC stuff. I loved Watchmen, loved Man of Steel, loved BVS. People are like, oh, BVS. Yes, I love BVS. I always have. And I love his Justice League movie. And you know what? I haven't seen Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Okay, I didn't see the Owl movie. I haven't seen Sucker Punch. I've tried to watch Sucker Punch a couple of times, and it wasn't really something that grabbed my attention. So no, I haven't watched Sucker Punch. And 300, I've watched some of. I own it, but I haven't actually watched the whole thing.
You haven't watched the whole thing of 300?
I have not. So
It's
like
like a
I'm being
class-
honest here. So the thing is that like, but again, I get those Snyder bro people who hate my guts, right? And you want to give me a hard time. And then I get people who are normies who are just because they hear me that I like, you know, these things. Well, then all of a sudden, you know, I'm a Snyder bro. So I'm too Snyder for the Snyder haters, and I'm not Snyder enough for some of these Snyder bros that they literally try to say that I'm not even a fan of Zack Snyder. So
That's crazy. I mean,
so what am I supposed to do? You know, I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore.
It's crazy because like Zack has a lot of good films, and then there are some films that might not be his strongest suit, which is not the worst thing. Like I think Sucker Punch was good. It wasn't like the best thing he ever made. I think the Justice League movie was really, really good. I liked it a lot. I liked what he added to that. And it's like, you know, that was the story he wanted to tell. So when you guys asked me when I first met you guys if I saw the first Justice League, and I said no, and then I watched it and you asked me what I thought of it, I was like, oh, it was good. And you made that face. And then I saw Zack's movie, and it literally brought me to tears. Like, Zack's movies make you feel where the other one didn't make you feel at all. So it's like, yeah, no, you like, there are going to be hits and misses. So you're right. It's like weird how like the fandom likes to gatekeep what kind of fans we are. You're not Zack Snyder fan enough if you don't like everything that comes out of his ass.
Right. And that's the thing, Saggy. I've had it with that nonsense. I've literally just had it with that nonsense. And you know, and I've had some of my own friends, some of our friends who have tried to attack me for various things over the last year and a half or whatever for opinions. Literally just opinions. Okay, I got into a back and forth with a friend of mine today over Walter Hamada, and I love the guy, and a lot of you guys saw it on Twitter, and it's fine. He ended up calling me. We ended up talking on the phone. We worked it out, but we were getting a little hot. It was me and Crazy Joe, because Crazy Joe loves the first Justice League movie. He loves Justice League, and I can't stand it, obviously, right? And so we disagree on that, but also, for some reason, he thinks Walter Hamada is great. He thinks Walter Hamada didn't get fired, that Walter Hamada just got mad about the Batgirl thing and left, and that supposedly Warner Brothers wanted him still there and was begging him, and literally he made the things like, I hope that they still pony up the money to keep Hamada on as their Feige because he needs to be here. And I'm just like, dude, no, bro. Like, I was listening to stuff just going, no, look, Hamada did great stuff with like the Conjuring series, you know, and the horror stuff and everything, but he doesn't know DC products at all. You know, Walter Hamada did not have the, you know, everybody gives him credit for all these things. Even a couple of the articles that we've read has given him credit for some of these movies, but he doesn't deserve credit for some of those movies. Aquaman was already going. Aquaman was already a thing when Hamada inherited it. And then the Joker that made $1 billion, Hamada had nothing to do with that because Hamada fought that. Hamada didn't want to make the Joker movie, and that made $1 billion. So there are $2 billion movies Hamada wanted nothing to do with. And the rest of them, you could argue, are mediocre to look. I like the stuff. I like Birds of Prey. I'm sorry. I like Suicide Squad. I liked the Batman. It's not my favorite Batman movie, and I'm not going to go back to it a lot, but I like the Batman. But nothing that Hamada has done has been this huge thing. So the reality is they even say in the article on the direct, and we can look at that, but they say in the article that he was considered a low level type of guy. And David Zaslav wanted somebody big who's going to take them to that next level,
Kevin Feige.
And yeah, like their own Kevin Feige. And, it's just, yes, I hate Hamada. Yes, I but yeah, no, so me and him got into it. Oh, well, you know what? I forgot about this. What a time for Prime to come. Prime's going to wonder, like, what the heck is Enosh doing? Okay, I will show you. Are you ready? Are you ready, Saggy?
I have no clue what I'm ready for.
Are you ready for my little nipple?
Zeno paid $2 for that? Oh my lord. Don't rub it! Oh my god!
Look, the rock is holding my little nipple.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
That's what Gal Gadot's smiling about.
Zeno, we're fighting again.
It's now a part of the DC logo.
Restore the nipple first. Zeno, why? It was $2. You sent a big super chat. What the heck?
Zeno paid the $2. Okay. All right. On that note.
Yeah, you were lying. It is a small nipple.
It is. I got tiny nipples. What can I say?
Right? I got confused for a second. I'm the one who has the picture up. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Who's who? Right. All right. Well, you know what? We can kind of bring some levity, and we can bring some we can bring some balance that's not just Enosh here into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Godfather. He's the Prime Godfather. He's Prime the Godfather. Welcome to the show, RJ. No, not RJ. Prime the Godfather. I'm seeing how many times I can say
RJ
Prime the
retired.
Godfather. RJ was just here. RJ was just here like last night.
Yeah, he's not actually retired. He said he was retired, but I think he meant the other R word. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Daniel Martin with $1 super chat here. Daniel
You
Martin.
show the
and
other
yes,
nipple.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Hamada, because Hamada's is gone. David Hamada. Walter Hamada is gone for good. And you know what that means? He can kiss the mole. Kiss the mole, Hamada. Kiss the mole. There it is, Hamada. Oh, come in real close. Okay. We'll be quiet. Real quiet. Just kiss the mole. Kiss it! Kiss it, Hamada. You don't have a job now, so you can just kiss the mole all day.
I wonder how much he got paid to as his exiting package.
That's a good question.
He got a big package.
Prime phrasing, please.
I think you need to second guess that. I don't know.
God, the way.
I mean, it might have been like, the usual package. I would say he probably has the average package for someone like him. I have not heard that it was a large package. I heard it was kind of, it fit the man.
He looks like a large package. Oh no.
He got a good buyout. He got a good buyout settlement. So he's pretty much good. Yeah, he pretty much good. Because a lot of people don't understand is he's not really getting fired. He walked out. He don't want.
He got pushed out. He got pushed out.
Well, hold on, wait.
He got let know that there was not a place for him.
Well, I feel like once the merger was announced, everybody already had a feeling that they were going to shift anyway. So I don't know why this is a big shock to anyone that Hamada's gone, because it's like everyone was speculating he was going to go one way or another.
Yeah,
he was gone.
much.
They were going to go in a different direction. We knew
they were going to let him stay. And I've talked to a couple people, but they were going to let him stay. And and ride out his tenure. But with he's had quite an attitude over the last little bit, and understandably why. He lost that battle over Henry Cavill real quick. And look, you lost all clout when a producer of the movie, coming out is just able to circumvent you. And that's what The Rock did. The Rock just circumvented him, went around him, went straight to the top and just said, look, this is what I want. This is what we need to do. And it happened. And so he was mad about that. He was mad about Batgirl. He wasn't showing up to anything. He wasn't going to, he didn't show up to the premiere of the movie. And so basically he was basically told in no uncertain terms, there's just not a place for you. We're not doing stuff that you want to do. It wasn't going to go the way that he wanted it to go. The universe wasn't going that direction. And so, I mean, even if we want to say, well, Hamada decided that he was going to walk out. If you're told that basically there's no place for you and you're not going to have really any power and you're a lame duck.
I mean,
is it your choice?
He had a choice because LaDuca and Abney, they wanted him to stay because they really didn't want him to leave just yet. They really wanted him to wait. But he pissed off because they pretty much pushed him out because they didn't tell him anything or all that stuff. And I mean, the thing is that the way that Hamada was handling shit, I mean, his numbers, his days were numbered anyway. So pretty much it really didn't matter if he leaves now or he leaves at the end of his contract, because the end of his contract was until March of next year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way it goes, he was gone. So he don't want to deal with it. So why not just wait until Black Adam come, which they asked him, when you stay for the, the release of it. Hey, I guess he's 2 days early. So he bouncing.
like I said, I kind of argued some points with Crazy Joe earlier today. So I'm kind of all argued out about that. But I mean, and it doesn't really matter. Like you said, Prime, like the point is that he's gone at this point. And, I mean, like I can only just say what I heard, but like, look, regardless at this point, this chapter of the DC mythos is gone. It's done. Hamada is done, and all of his whatever he brought with him is gone. All the controversy, all the kind of mediocre, things. It's all done. So,
go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, as like how do I say this? This might be a hot take, but like, I think what matters now is who they're bringing in and like what the future of DC is going to look like. I don't think it really matters. Like, obviously Hamada had his reign and that's over. So I know that everyone's like, yay, Hamada's gone. Thank good riddance. But like, okay, so we got rid of one person, but who's to say the next person is not going to be worse? Like, let's not just throw our confetti and pop the champagne just yet, y'all.
Pretty much of everybody that was on the board from the old regime is gone.
Yeah.
They have been replaced. So any of that old nonsense that they was doing and anything that was prior, that's gone. They're not even dealing with that. So that's a good thing. So I would say as a whole, people just need to just get ready. It's going to be a whole new ride. Because like Dwayne Johnson said, this is going to be phase one of the DCEU being redone and, getting redone and getting on track, because this time they're actually going to have a mark and they're going to have, how should I say, something labeled so people will know what's actually going on. So it's going to start with this. My only question, with this phase and how they're going to do it, because they don't have nobody to run DC Studios now. I mean, the Duca and Abney is running it, but I think by default, I think that DeLuca is going to run DC Studios by default. I think he just gonna end up doing it, because I would say the two individuals that I believe that should run DC Studios to get it out the gate is Charles Roven or David Goyer. Now, Charles Roven is too old. He's 73 going on. He's 73 going on 74, but he's still going to produce. So he on his way out. And the reason why I say David Goyer is because he knows DC mythos. He's written DC comics. He knows the business. He's also a writer for movies. He's done shows. He's produced. So he knows DC. He knows the material. He knows the lore, but he doesn't do such things as direct and certain stuff of that magnitude. And that's why I say David Goyer would be the best fit. But I don't think they're looking Goyer's way, which is kind of odd in my estimation. So,
I don't know. Some of the stuff that they've been doing since the merger, the Batgirl thing, like, even though I wasn't that excited for Batgirl, that was just a shock. I'm like, y'all had that movie finished and you canceled it? Like, what? That's weird. That was weird. And then dropping a lot of other shows on HBO Max. And I'm just sitting there like, what is happening over there? Like, what are they planning? But I think, like, the biggest thing is, like, okay, Black Adam's the first step. Cool. The real testament, okay, we lost Enosh now. Well, I'm Enosh now. So welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. Thank you, Prime, for being here. My special guest, Prime, the Godfather. Thank you for being here. But I was saying that the real thing is I'm looking forward to seeing is the Flash, because the Flash is gonna tell us everything we need to know about the past stuff and the future. So that's the one I'm looking forward to, because that movie there is gonna tell us exactly what we want to know.
I get your point, what you're saying, but you have to look at it. You got to look at it from this point. Look at it from this point. Is that? Dang, I lost my train of thought. You have to look at it. You got to look at it from this perspective. Is that we don't have to really worry about too much on where they're going to go with DC right now. I think pretty much I will say this. I'll say this. I'll just say this. It's only going to depend on how they're going to do. We don't have to, what you were talking about, the Flash. The Flash is going to be fine. I think the Flash, the only thing they're going to do with the Flash is that they're going to, and like I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, was that now that Hamada is gone, and they're doing additional photography and they're doing reshoots on the Flash as we speak. And that's what they're doing. The only thing that matters at this point, because we know that the Flash movie is going to be a huge movie. It's going to have a lot of characters in it. We know that. My only thing is this, and I think this is going to be the big deal. Will Ray Fisher be repraised to play his role as Cyborg, because he was originally in the script? So with everybody gone and they pushed it back, will they go ahead? Because I do know this. I do know Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck is in the Flash movie. You see, a lot of people don't. They are in the movie. Same thing with Cassie. Is it Sasha?
Sasha,
the girl that's playing
Sasha Calle.
Sasha Calle, yeah. She's going to be Supergirl, and we know Michael Keaton and so forth. So we know there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be in it. My only thing would be, it would be wise if they decided to go ahead and bring Ray Fisher back to reprise his role as Cyborg, because he was originally in the script.
Now that's the question, though. That's the question, though. At this point, Prime, with, like, even if they bring him back, he probably wouldn't have the role that he would have originally had, but I think that it would restore a lot of faith from a large segment of the fandom, to see him come back and be a part of it in some capacity.
Well, it should. That would be a missed opportunity.
Because it'll make more sense for you to go back to your original script. Because if y'all really look at it and think about it, the only reason why he stopped doing it was because of Walter Hamada. He stopped doing it, and they was probably not going to put him in it anyway. So my thing is that
publicly Hamada was like, "Oh yeah, you're still welcome to be in it," or whatever, And then there's still a large segment of the Snyder fandom that want to say that he was fired. But Ray Fisher walked away from that crap and said point blank, look, I'm not going to be a part of anything that has to do with Walter Hamada.
Right. He stated that, and people think he got fired. I'm like, how did he get fired when he stated it himself that he's not going to do anything as long as Walter Hamada is still in power?
That's insulting to Ray Fisher. All these people who claim to be like supporting Ray Fisher, and you're the ones out here saying, "Oh no, he was fired." No, the man walked away from it and said, "I do not want to be a part of it, and I will not be a part of it until he either apologizes or he's gone."
And he's gone.
And so now he's gone.
Now he's gone. So we had in the Flash movie doesn't come out until. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the beginning of spring or the beginning of summer?
I think it's beginning of summer. Now.
Beginning of summer? Yeah. They got a whole bunch of time. They got the rest of this year. They got plenty of time.
Ezra was just out there filming some reshoots just a couple weeks ago.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They have loads of time to correct and course. Well, at this point, with all the movies, they're course correcting right now.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're course correcting.
Wait, so you mentioned the reshoots on the Flash, but I thought that was all done.
No, see, when you reshoots it's the difference between additional photography and reshoots. Reshoots is only you're redoing the scene that you already shot. Additional photography is where you add on. So I think that's why I said they're doing additional photography. They're going to add to the story, and then they're going to course correct some of the stuff they already shot. Since the old regime is not there, I believe that Muschietti is getting the script. I think Muschietti is getting the script. I mean, he's doing the script that he intentionally wanted to do in the first place.
See, I don't know about that, man. I think that this is the way that I feel about it. I feel like at this point, the Flash movie, who knows what this movie actually is at this point, because it's gone through so many iterations and like a decade now of trying to get it off the ground and actually made. I feel like they honed in on the script, the basic story that they wanted to tell. Now, I do believe, like you said, there's been additional photography. There's been reshoots for things to, yes, course correct and change the universe. I think that's one of the reasons why we lost Batgirl, to be quite honest with you, is because it just didn't fit in anymore with where the DC universe was going as a whole. Just did not fit in.
So as of the 5th of this month, it was announced that there are no rewrites or reshoots. It's been film locked, so they're finished. Is all the other reshoots they did were wrapped up earlier this month. So I don't think they're going to add anything. I don't think they're doing any changes to it as of now.
That's great, but also, I mean, don't forget that Black Adam was set and ready to go too.
Right. So there's a lot of
literally Henry Cavill in the middle of September.
Yep.
They decided.
But hold on,
but
The Rock did say that he was fighting for Henry for a few years, and like do we know exactly what moment like that was confirmed that they got Henry to come?
No, because Hamada was fighting it up to the bitter end, and it wasn't until the end of August that they literally started actually considering it and actually putting it like to the test, because finally The Rock knew that they were coming down to the wire. And so the other article talked about how the Warner Brothers people said, okay, DeLuca, said he wanted it in the film. He said, yeah, go do it above Hamada. Right. Yep. And that they said that they had to vigorously, ferociously, I think it was furiously negotiate because they set a deadline for Labor Day, that they had to get the deal done by Labor Day for them to be filming in September for that. So the deal wasn't even done until around Labor Day. So the beginning of September for Henry Cavill to come back.
And it's so much. And the thing that's so crazy about all this, which a lot of people are really out of the loop, or they're not trying to understand what was actually going on, was that the old regime was holding the DCEU back tremendously. And I'm talking about in a bad way.
Yeah.
Y'all, people have to understand this. They did not want Henry Cavill to come back.
No.
At all.
Nope.
Because they wanted to do something different, which is kind of messed up. Now, with that report coming out, that lets us further know that those prior reports were actually correct. The two reports that was put out, which a lot of people disagreed. They was going to do the Black Superman, or they were just going to let Supergirl take over Superman because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to have that all-woman Justice League. There have been reports talking about that wasn't correct. No, I pretty much believe that's exactly what they was trying to do, to push everything out. That would have been a horrendous mistake. That would have been bad. So I'm glad that this actually happened to the point, because they just did, the old regime just didn't know. How do you not know how to use one of the oh my God, how didn't you not know how to utilize Superman? It's like, and that's
the thing. Superman, and I was talking with Joe about this today. You know, the fact of the matter is Hamada wanted to make his Black Superman project. That was the point. He wanted to get that Black Superman project done and in with JJ and Tallahassee Coates, and that was his thing, and to edge Superman out of the main continuity. And it looks like all those talks about Supergirl being this main focus and everything, that was probably, at this point, from what we see, it was probably true. Now I don't know what Matt's talking about, speculation here. We haven't said anything is happening. Nobody said Ray Fisher's coming back. Don't know. There's somebody asked the question, could Ray Fisher come back?
Yes, he could if they want him. It's a high possibility.
They want him. I mean,
they do.
Henry.
When's the movie released? When is the movie coming out? Flash.
It's next year.
Yeah,
summer.
Even though on the 5th and 6th they did confirm that it's picture locked. It is possible they still have time. If they wanted to add Ray Fisher in for a cameo, they could do it.
Yeah. Nobody's saying. I mean, I don't understand what nonsense is being said. We're literally speculating, and said we're speculating, on this. But as far as Cavill goes, he says he wasn't talking about Ray. Good. I'm glad you don't care about Ray, but that's okay. I'm not going to address you anymore then. The point is that Cavill always wanted to be back. He always wanted to play Superman. He's always gone, ahead with that. And I agree with you. Matt. Nobody is saying, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they're not changing the story at this point. That's what I was saying. They're not changing any of that. That's why I was just telling Prime. That's why I pushed back on Prime. This is my show. I can address my show. What I think and what I don't think. I don't think that
your show?
I know. Yeah, I can undress my show. I did earlier. I showed my nipple. But yeah, I don't think that they're not going to change that at this point to bring in somebody like him. The best that we could hope for, I think, with Ray Fisher at this point, if they ever even wanted to do that, would be a cameo like this Cavill thing.
Right.
And yes, we know that Cavill had one picture left. We also know that Cavill didn't want to waste it on Shazam the way that they were negotiating it, because basically they were pushing Cavill out and leading Cavill to believe that this was going to be his last swan song. That was going to be it. They weren't talking about renegotiating him up and getting him on for more stuff. And he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to play that role. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for not wanting to do that. And the proof is in the pudding that Cavill's back.
Yes.
Now I know everybody's making a big deal. First of all, I want to get to a couple super chats. Ryan Hartwell here with a $5 super chat says, that's the thing with every filmmaker we're talking about. I was talking about Zack Snyder earlier, and how, hey, look, I'm not one of these people who just worship at that altar. I like the stuff that I like. And, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really care for Sucker Punch. I haven't actually finished it. Never even got to Guardians of Gahul or 300. But there you go.
If you're watching Sucker Punch, are you watching the extended cut?
I don't know, man. The last time I tried to watch Sucker Punch, the whole thing was kind of weird to me. So I
Watch it. Yeah, watch the extended cut because even Zach said that's the. You know what Zach said. That's the bona fide version, but the dialogue is completely changed. The bona fide version that he wanted out, the dialogue is completely changed.
Okay.
So yeah. So, but the extended version is the version that is more filled out. So if you watch that, yeah, that's the extended version.
I'll have to try that. But yeah, he said Ryan here with the $5 super chat says, and thank you, Ryan. Says that's the thing with every filmmaker. Some of their films are stronger than others. Absolutely. And then also we had, I got another $5 super chat here from Larry, who says, have you guys seen Da Vinci's Demons? It was a series created by Goyer and is like a darker Indiana Jones vibe. I highly recommend
I've seen
it.
that. That's tight.
I haven't seen that.
That's tight. That's tight.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll have to check that out too. Yeah, so the point of this conversation tonight is not I I'm not speculating on who's coming back, who's not coming back.
Ray's coming back.
All that stuff is neither here nor there. The point is that
the possibilities outweigh the probabilities.
And look, Hiram Garcia said he doesn't know. Let's talk about what Hiram Garcia said. Hiram Garcia said, "I don't know what's going on with that," and I don't think that it depends upon Black Adam's box office either, because I had a conversation that pointed in the direction of this new regime is basically not really worried about the old regime stuff. They still have their plan. They're putting together their plan. I do believe that the box office is important for Black Adam. I do believe that we need to go out and see it. We need to support it if we want to see that, because it shows them that there's interest. But I believe that they have their plans.
They got the plan, but they're in bank.
Yeah, but the thing is that we know that that plan includes Superman. So, look, obviously I don't think that this movie is going to absolutely tank. If it does, that's a whole other discussion, and we can have that discussion at that time. I'm absolutely open to that discussion. I mean, if the movie absolutely tanks, and there's no credibility to moving forward with the DCEU, then I said before, if we're getting rid of everybody and nobody's coming back and nobody's doing this and nobody's doing that, and there's no interest, I hate to say it, but reboot it then. There's no point in beating a dead horse at that point, so
I would say this: the movie is not going to tank at all. I would say this: domestically, it may not be all that fantastic. It's going to get majority of its money from overseas internationally, because you know how the domestic box office is. For instance, that's just like what was it? Just like, because Aquaman got $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just for the domestic, he only got like 200 something million. The majority of it was only from overseas. It's the same thing that happened with what's the other one? I can't even think of the damn movie. It's a DC film. I'm trying to think of it. Majority of the movies got most of the money overseas. Outside of movies, I was just domestically in the United States, like Joker, which is once in a blue moon. It didn't go overseas. It got $1 billion just in the United States domestically, which is very, very rare. But, and it's going to be very, very successful for one key factor and one factor wrong. You're going to get the money from the DC fans that I already know. I'm talking about the hardcore fans, but people are going to see it not because it's a DC film. The casual general audience, they're going to see it because Dwayne Johnson is in it. They're going to see The Rock. Okay, Dwayne Johnson is box office. People are going to see him. So it's going to be successful regardless. It's not going to flop. So I'm not even worried about that.
They're spending money, Prime. They're spending
Right.
money. I know there's this popular opinion that's going around saying WB is broke, and they don't have any money. The ridiculous thing about that is that they're spending money. They're spending a lot of money on promotion for this thing, on putting stuff out. I'm getting free swag, for God's sake. So there are things that are out there. There is money. So yeah, that's fine. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and have a great tomorrow. We're going to go ahead. I want to look at this. Benimus. So I will say this. Benimus has this. Where did Soups get the idea that WB announced that Flash was recast? I have no idea. For those of you who know Soups, he's a pretty popular TikToker, and he's got a YouTube channel, and everybody knows him, and stuff like that. And he talk about somebody coming up with ridiculous nonsense.
Oh, they've been trying to push that narrative. Ezra's not going anywhere, people. I'm sorry.
He's not going nowhere.
He said today that yes, well, I'm so glad that, or was it yesterday? He's like, I'm so glad that they have this, Flash 2 movie where WB has announced that Ezra Miller is gone. And it's like everybody in there is just like,
look. Ezra Miller ain't going nowhere.
Ezra Miller is not going
and Henry
anywhere.
Cavill's not coming back either.
Yeah, the most
Dude,
that
it's your opinion, bro. It's your opinion. Like I think it's been proven at this point. It's about the same. It's about the same as everyone else's opinion.
Ezra
You could be
Miller.
wrong. You can be wrong. We could be wrong. It really doesn't matter. This is us on the internet having fun talking about the stuff that we love. This is literally not some kind of scooper thing or I know more than you or blah, blah, blah. I really don't give a flying F about any of that stuff. So,
I know more than you.
There you go. Well, I mean, Saggy knows all kinds of stuff because she's out there, flashing those OnlyFans, links to,
Damn right. Damn right.
Well, Saggy and I said we're about ready to team up and go to Vermont and, be there for that trial or something. That'd be
I get my boobies in the door, y'all. That's what I do. But no, I will say
yes,
this.
This is the new Scoop Central. Yes, this is the new Scoop Central, right? This just in. Hold on a second. Where's hot off the printer? Henry Cavill is to turn down the role of Superman because he's too old, says TMZ, according to a report and an anonymous scooper. I gotta give you a hard time. I didn't give you a hard time at all, Matt. So there you go. There's your hard time. There you go. So okay, what were you saying, Saggy? I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say that it was I won't say, I'm gonna say speculated because I have no confirmation of this, but it was said that Ezra was signed on to play the Flash for multiple projects. So, and this was before all the drama happened with Ezra. So Ezra was already signed on to play the Flash for a while. So for people to sit there and say, well, they're gonna recast, bro. That if they haven't recast and Ezra returned for reshoots, they're not planning on recasting Ezra at least until whatever contract they have, if that's true about them being signed on for a trilogy. Or you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying everyone needs to relax until there's an official statement and stop listening to these TikTokers and YouTubers telling you otherwise. Because until it's officially announced, Ezra's not going anywhere. And until Ezra,
I started a file on it. I started a file on Maggie of all the incorrect things that have been documented and said. I haven't had to make any retractions yet.
I mean, if he's gonna, they're saying that allegedly he can go to jail for 26 years. He's not going to go to jail. He's not going to jail. He's probably just going to get probation.
Even Matt said he wasn't going to jail. I watched that stream.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to go to jail. You know what I mean? And he does. He ain't gonna go to jail. They're gonna give him probation. He's probably gonna get maybe 2-3 years probation max. And if it does go into the actual red carpet event for the Flash of the case, because he's gonna go to court. He's gonna go to court. He's probably not gonna even be at the red carpet event because what's gonna happen? People are just gonna talk about him and his case and his situation instead of focusing on the movie. So we have to wait and see what actually happened. So my thing would be is, let's see how the carpet rolls out and how the situation goes when that time comes. But for right now, if it does happen and the legal problems just keep on, mount, because it's basically the burglary thing. It's not that little stuff if it does. But if it does get there before that, I guarantee you this is for a fact, and this is concrete. It's going to court. but they're not. But all those facts is going to be presented in the court. He ain't gonna get no jail time. They're gonna make sure that they're probably gonna pay his big ass fine. He gonna get probation.
He's pleading innocence. You know, he's pleading not guilty. And so you plead not guilty when you've got some kind of story or or some kind of evidence that shows that you were innocent. You know what I mean? You have to be able to prove that, according to your legal team. Now whether or not the court buys that, that's a whole other thing. But, it means you got a story to tell, so you're not pleading anything else but, that you're innocent. That being said, I want to address everybody tonight. Yes, we're going to talk about the Rotten Tomatoes score. We're going to talk about the reviews that are coming out for Black Adam. So stay for the whole show because it's a well-rounded show and it's not going to go 4 hours. So we're going to get to it all here in the next little while. So don't leave because we got it all here on UHF. Okay, so here is what we got. DC Films boss Walter Hamada. Cancel that. Has departed studio as Warner Brothers Discovery finalizes exit. The Dish. Here's the point. After 15 years of Warner Brothers and 4 as the president of DC Films, Walter Hamada has finally left. Is this up on the screen? It's not up on the screen, is it?
Nope.
There it is. Now it is. It used to just like automatically pop it up. I don't know if I clicked something wrong or whatever. Anyway, so he's finally left the Burbank, California lot. Hallelujah. Sources tell Deadline the exec is waiting for the senior Warner Brothers Discovery brass to finalize his exit payout. Hamada has run DC since 2018 and re-upped in January 2021 with a contract that was supposed to take him through 2023. All of this occurs as New Line's DC Black movie as DC's movie Black Adam, on which Hamada is an executive producer, is tracking to open to a projected $135 million at the global box office this weekend, despite some harsh reviews. The writing has been on the wall for Hamada's DC exit for quite some time, and sources said that he had packed up his office and hasn't been a part of recent creative meetings. Hamada will be the 5th Warner Brothers motion picture studio executive to leave since David Zaslav took the reins of the newly merged Warner Brothers Discovery following Warner Brothers. These include, of course, motion picture group chairman Toby Emmerich, president of production and development Courtney Valente, motion picture group COO Carolyn Blackwood, and animation group EVP Allison Abate. Of course, also don't forget, what's her name? Ann Sarnoff. And what's the other dude who was on HBO Max? What's his name?
Who? You said Ann Sarnoff and something else?
Yeah, Ann Sarnoff, and who's the other guy who was at HBO Max? Well, I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, Jason Kilar?
Yeah, Jason Kilar, yeah. So all those people are gone. And I will just point this out. We told you that was going to happen. Scoops, no scoops. We didn't need scoops. We literally just told you all those guys are gone. And I've had a lot of arguments with friends, and it's fine because you know what? We're friends, and it's okay. But the reality is like we've had discussions. Me and William have had discussions. We were saying quite a while ago that these people were going to go. Things were going to change. The new regime, once it kicked in, was going to change quite a bit. And we were told things like, no, Batgirl's locked in. There's no way that movie is going anywhere. That movie is going to stay. This movie's going to stay. That movie's going to stay. We were told Ben Affleck's not coming back. He doesn't want to come back. Now, all of a sudden, he's been replacing Keaton in 2 out of the 3 movies that he was going to be in. We were also told that Toby Emmerich was not going anywhere because he got a new contract. And now he's gone. And we were told for sure that Walter Hamada was not going anywhere. And both me and William told you. And this isn't based on any scoops. This is based on common sense stuff. Because we've both been part of mergers where companies that we worked for merged and were taken over or whatever. And just saying that's where we're at right now. So we didn't have our magic 8 ball out. we weren't doing any of that stuff. It just is what it is, It just is what it is, and that's That's where we're at now. Ryan Hartwell here with a $5 super chat says, I DM'd you on Discord. Okay, cool. A link to an Indiegogo campaign I think you'll be interested in. Feel free to check it out whenever. I will do that, Ryan. Thank you so much. Ryan's a great guy, by the way. He does theater and he does a lot of stuff, and I appreciate him when he sends me something. Usually when he sends me something, it's definitely worth checking out. So I'll check that out. Okay, so finishing this up, all these people are gone now. We hear Hamada knew his days were numbered. And that this would be the outcome even before he ever met Zaslav. Who had been transparent in his desire to bring an exec like Marvel chief Kevin Feige to run DC across all mediums. So Hamada knew that his days were numbered, and that this would be the outcome even before he ever met Zaslav. He knew he was gone. So there you go. Zaslav has been transparent in his desire to bring an exec like Marvel chief Kevin Feige to run DC across all mediums. Again, hallelujah. Zaslav recently courted former Warner's development exec and Lego movie producer Dan Lin for the post, and former Fox chief Emma Watts has long loomed as a possible head. And I've heard some things over the Dan Lin thing that talked about that was more a Dan Lin thing than it was them. So we could take that, for whatever it is. Hamada is not Feige, for sure. The low-key executive is said to not be a gifted talent schmoozer, for instance. But this is not to discount his efforts since moving over from New Line. Among his accomplishments, now this is where I differ from some of the stuff they're saying here, was creating crossovers between DC Films and HBO Max streaming service that resulted in series spinoffs like, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, The Peacemaker, one of the service's most watched series, and the Viola Davis Amanda Waller series, as well as the Matt Reeves produced Colin Farrell Penguin series that was born from the director's The Batman. So, those were great. Here's where it comes up. Hamada shepherded that Robert Pattinson movie during a COVID shoot, and the reboot grossed $771 million worldwide. That was a solid first outing for Reeves and Pattinson, and also became a highly watched movie on HBO Max after its 45-day theatrical run. A sequel is in the works. Hamada also was an executive producer and had his hands on two of DC's highest-grossing movies. This is where this is not really, it's one of those things that technically he was there, but he's not, because it talks about James Wan's Aquaman, who made $1 billion, and Todd Phillips' Joker, which won 2 Oscars and became the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time.
Which they messed up.
Oh, they did mess up. But here's the thing. With those 2 movies, Aquaman was already going before Hamada got there. So you don't get, it's like coming into a position where if I come into a job where something is already happening and then it does well, technically I'm in charge now, but I didn't make that thing happen. He didn't make Aquaman happen. And as far as the Joker went, it's been documented that Hamada did not want them to make the Joker and fought them making the Joker, and they made it anyways. They were doing it anyways, and those are the $1 billion ones. Despite this, Zaslav has made up his mind and said as much in earnings calls. He wants his Feige, and who wouldn't? Feige is among the most successful at building billion-dollar film franchises Hollywood has seen, or building the biggest that they've seen in decades. Unless you clone him, there is no one else like him. Many feel Zaslav already has perhaps the closest thing in Michael DeLuca. You were talking about that, Prime, who with Warner Brothers Motion Pictures co-chief Pam Abdi are overseeing DC until Zaslav makes a permanent hire. The genre-smart DeLuca recently set up a new Constantine film with Keanu Reeves. That was a big shocker. And director Francis Lawrence, for instance. But Zaslav wants something else, and DeLuca and Abdi are plenty busy overhauling WB. Hamada was offered but has turned down a producing deal. He was ready to bolt after WBD killed Batgirl in post-production as part of a pivot from last regime's plan to make moderately budgeted films for HBO Max. That crashed and burned. Zaslav is instead focused on big theatrical swings that find their way to the streamer after primo theatrical runs. After the Batgirl debacle, DeLuca and Abdi persuaded Hamada to stay and see through Black Adam, which opens Friday. Hamada should not have a difficult time moving on to another position as a producer or executive beyond steadying a dysfunctional DC ship when he came back in 2018. He had a good run before that at New Line, which I agree. I thought he did fine with The Conjuring, and he did Friday the 13th, The Final Destination, Resuscitation of a Nightmare on Elm Street, which didn't really go anywhere, but, was what it was. And the first installment of Stephen King's It that grossed more than $700 million on a $35 million budget. Beyond Black Adam, DC's 2023 slate has Shazam, Fury of the Gods on March 17th, The Flash on June 23rd, so the beginning of summer, Blue Beetle on August 18th, and Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom on Christmas Day. So all those got moved to next year.
Yep.
I would like to point out that just because 2 movies are coming out this year, I mean, first of all, let's talk about the fact that there's that's 2 movies, okay? And all these other movies are coming out next year. And a lot of these movies were supposed to come out this year, but they got moved.
Yep.
Doesn't mean that they're out of money. They're still spending the same amount of money.
Actually, they're not, because it's going to be I forget. I was just told this for this year. They couldn't do it because a lot of those movies they're going to run the tax write-offs.
Well,
so
the ones that they canceled, yeah,
the one they canceled, but some of them they have to put it as a text because it's mandated in the actual terms and the contracts. I gotta go back with it. It's something within the terms where, if it's released this year, it's in a tax bracket, something like that. But
sure, well, they make too much money or something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, something on those lines. But even with that, even if they decided they wasn't going to allow them to come out anyway, even if they wanted to, because they're course correcting these films now.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. So there's 2 reasons why they was going to do it. So pretty much it all fell in place on how it was all going to how it was coming to the fold. So pretty much, and people tripping out about it. So until then, it is what it is. They don't have the money anyway to do a lot of stuff. They really don't. They basically scrapping.
Yeah. Okay. Anthony here wants us to read a couple of the comments. There's 67 comments. Where are you, Anthony? So I'll read a couple. Greg Berlanti has been with Warner Brothers for 22 years. His current TV deal worth $400 million runs through 2024. There's no more qualified to run DC films than him. With that said, I know he won't do it because he has a very lucrative deal. Heck no. Anonymous, whoever this person is right here, no, Greg Berlanti needs to not be anywhere near the movies.
No. Hell no.
No.
Now, I would say this.
and this anonymous person said, and it's all bad.
Right. Greg Berlanti, I'll say this. Greg Berlanti might know DC. The only good thing Berlanti did was that the way he constructed the CW, the Arrowverse, was great at the beginning.
Yeah.
But his agenda and his message and all that stuff was a no. I did a breakdown on Greg Berlanti.
Oh, they buried he buried the whole thing, idea. Man. Bad idea. I agree with you, man. Like that's all that needs to be said about that. But yeah, they buried that. I like this person here says, if you like CW teens cast from old Navy ads. Let's see. He wanted to do away with Affleck, Cavill, and the Snyderverse. Trolled and insulted fans. Didn't want to see Joker or Zack Snyder's Justice League happen. Greenlit projects nobody asked for. Our Man, Wonder Twins. Yeah, we're not even talking about that, right? I mean, the stuff that got canceled. About the Wonder Twins. Ava DuVernay's New Gods. No J.J. Abrams projects yet. Have actually, I think one came to fruition or something. Undermine Ray Fisher's credibility. Wonder Woman 84 failed. Birds of Prey failed. Birds of Prey. I don't hate on Birds of Prey. Suicide Squad failed. Obviously, this person is a Snyderverse person that
No, financially, Birds of Prey failed. Critically, it didn't.
No. The Ezra Miller Amber Heard chaos, which again, box office it failed. Yeah, I mean, as far as Ezra Miller, show me where all that stuff is, stuck. I mean, Saggy has done in-depth videos all about this.
My life is now Ezra Miller. Oh, my life has become.
But good
Ezra
for
Miller.
you
No,
though,
it's-
Saggy. Good for you, Saggy. And you know what? I will say this, man. I think there's something too that maybe you should have taken that to a couple different platforms. You know, you
Ain't
know, and
nobody listening to
maybe
a chick named Saggy Melons.
yeah. But I mean, I think if you would have taken, I think if you, I do think that there is something maybe to if you would have taken it like to TikTok or something like that. You know, people are watching. You know those kind of things, right? And one of the places that I think that was sorely missed, like some just common sense stuff, was on TikTok. There were a lot of creators who didn't understand, and they still fail to understand. Look, even somebody like Soup still fails to understand what happened actually with Ezra.
I don't do TikTok. I've boycott. I boycotted TikTok. They censored the crap out of people. Yeah, they suspended my
I'm on
account.
TikTok soon.
Yeah, they suspended me for trying to call them out for keeping some content creators who were accused and shown proof of doing some sus things with minors. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. If you're gonna suspend me for trying to call that out, I'm good with TikTok. I will never use TikTok again.
Jeez.
Toronto Freddy! I missed you. I haven't seen you forever, Toronto Freddy. I love you.
Toronto Freddy's awesome. Toronto Freddy is awesome. I tell you what, that
I
dude,
miss you.
man. I see all of his Instagram posts, man, and his
I haven't
that
seen
stuff
him
is
in
awesome.
forever. I miss
Yeah,
him.
Freddy's
I miss
awesome.
seeing him in the chat. Oh, hi, Freddie.
Freddy's
I hope
awesome.
you've been well. Oh, he's getting ready for Halloween. I know he is.
I wonder who he might go as.
I mean,
Maybe Freddy Krueger.
maybe Jason Voorhees.
Well, that's something.
Then there's this. Then there's this. This came out. I'm sorry, Prime. What were you saying?
No, I was saying that I was referring to some people in the chat that about Birds of Prey was that no, Birds of Prey didn't do great in the box office, but critically it did well.
Yeah.
I'm just going by Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, the audience scores is 79. The critics gave it not a Rotten Tomato. They gave it a tomato, and it's a 78. So the audience scores is 79. The audience scores is 78. So critically it did good. Financially in box office, it did not. It tanked. That's the same thing with the Suicide Squad. It tanked, but box office wise, but it was great critically. So there you go. That's on Hamada's watch. Those are his two films that he greenlit. So financially, it didn't do good, but critically, from the actual scores, it did great. So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Speaking of Rotten Tomatoes. This is what we got. So a lot of interesting, a lot of stuff like all over the place. I mean, with Rotten Tomatoes and these scores. I mean, altogether, it's got a tomato meter score of 55%. Of course, the audience score is not there yet. This is out of 86 reviews.
Yeah.
Whoops, what happened there?
I'll say this though. I've already seen Black Adam already. So
did you like it?
It's fantastic. It's a great movie. That's why I said I'm not listening. You don't listen to critics. That's why I tell people don't listen to critics, man. They get paid. You always look at the audience score. You always pay attention to the audience score because you are the paid customer. The paid customer is going to give you a legit review unless they just hating it just to be hating it. But you're going to get a legit review from the audience. Yeah. The critics ain't going to give you no honest review. They're getting paid. You know, they can get paid off just to say whatever the people want them to say. Yeah. You know,
some of these too are just kind of look. Anytime I see somebody just being snarky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this one here from Rafer Guzman from Newsday. Top critic, it says. And just says, another low point for the Warner DC franchise.
He didn't say nothing. He didn't give nothing in context.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay. Okay. You know, I mean, Katie Walsh here, from the Tribune News Service, she says, while the film does feel cobbled together out of spare parts of other superhero movies, and it's almost instantly forgettable, Khaled Sarah manages to hold it all together out of sheer force of will and an inherent sense of style, right? So, and she gave it a tomato. Here's another splat here. It says, movie full of undercranked, slow motion, and overplotted world building that delivers more information than emotion because the movie struggles to ground this world on the backs of characters worth emotionally investing in.
Oh my God, man.
Not every DC villain deserves his own movie, of course, but when you have a star persona on the scale of Johnson's, audiences are likely to appreciate learning where the character comes from.
Now, this is where I'm going to tell people this. If you're a hardcore DC fan, you're going to love this. When it comes down to casual general audience, it's going to be straight down the middle. Because for the simple fact is that they're trying to, how should I say, put out just bad stuff because they're not trying to understand the actual movie. Yeah. All right? Because it's action from beginning to end. It's nonstop. So you got to take into consideration, if people don't like action all like that, they're not going to really like it. They're just not.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of people don't like Man of Steel because they say there was too much action in it. So I'm just giving y'all an example. That's why I don't listen to people like that. So if you don't like action all like that, you're not going to like the movie. Okay? I mean, you're not going to like it. The movie is planned out greatly. You can tell there's some stuff that they cut out. You can tell it. But the movie is good for what you're getting for the theater. I think when the director's cut come out, that's going to be the version that everybody is going to see. Because what I've heard is it was supposed to be rated R, but they did it for PG-13.
Yeah.
For the theaters. Yeah. So, and you can tell there's some parts that they took out in the way they edited. You can tell. But for what it's worth, it's a good movie. Okay? It's a good movie. Do not let these critics tell you otherwise. Enjoy the movie for what it's worth, because it's a great movie. It's good. It's very good.
Saggy, do you ever care about what Rotten Tomatoes says?
No.
No.
Like, why are we even watching this? Like, who cares what Rotten Tomatoes says? I think Rotten Tomatoes is probably like I miss the days when you just read in the paper of Robert and Eager's reviews on stuff. Like, there was just those two guys that you would always hear and go to for movie reviews. Now we have the internet, so now everybody's a friggin' movie critic.
Right.
So, like, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, the internet has unfortunately.
Siskel and Ebert. That's who she's referring to.
Yeah, everybody's a freaking Siskel and Ebert. Everybody thinks that they're so important. This is what my problem is everybody feels like they're so self-important, right? And I'm sorry. Like, I think that we have friends even that take themselves way too seriously sometimes when it comes to movie stuff, and like it's easy to do. It's easy to feel like we're in this space. We hear things. We talk to people, especially, you know, some channels, the bigger they get or whatever. And the longer people are in the space, people feel like, well, they just know, right? That we can just read it. The reality is, though, is all of this stuff is so
convoluted.
It's so convoluted and so volatile these days that things are changing left and right. We live in a world where literally Will Smith, like, dropped F-bombs at the Academy Awards and punched Chris Rock or slapped Chris Rock in the face, right?
Right.
We live in a world where, you know, movies that were supposed to bomb and be nothing make $1 billion, where movies where they put $200 million into it's got the greatest special effects and everything, absolute bomb. We live in a world where for a while they started taking movies out of the movie theaters and saying we're just going to put them all on streaming services, and now a lot of these streaming services now are taking these studios are taking a look and going, we need to come back a little bit to the theater and make the theater a great experience for these people. And, you know, so let's just be honest. The people actually doing this stuff and making this stuff don't always know what they're doing. How are we supposed to think that, like, anybody's got the market cornered on what is true, what is actually going to happen, and think that they're going to be right 100% of the time? This is why I tell you this. And say, then I'll let you say something. If you like Poindexter Lounge and you like my opinions, or if you don't like my opinions but you just like to hear them and you like to debate me and have some fun in the chat and listen to our guests, it's great. But I'm not going to tell you that everything that I say is 100% going to happen all the time, or the thing that I think is going to happen is going to happen. Like, that's nonsense. It is nonsense, you know? And I don't think that there's anything bad about that. I don't think there's anything bad to be able to say it's volatile. Things can change. You know, go ahead, Saggy.
Well, I was gonna say it's like it's weird because like I feel like movie talk should be like how it used to be when you go to a movie with your friends, and then after you see that movie, you guys are on the car ride home and you're just talking about what you liked and didn't like about the movie. Where it's like now with the internet, like everyone's a critic, and like that's fine. But I always say, listen, they're gonna be like, if you're just gonna take a YouTuber or a scooper or whatever the hell is out there and just take their word for it, like, well, that's their opinion. Remember that's how they feel about the movie. Now the things with like Rotten Tomatoes, it's like they just want to gauge how many people liked it versus how many people didn't like it. But at the end of the day, even then, it's like all those people are individual, independent thinkers. Like they're gonna like if they like the movie, cool. But that doesn't mean you're gonna like it. It doesn't mean you're gonna hate it either. So it's like anytime there's like reviews going out, like yeah, they're fun to read. They're fun to see like what people are saying about the movie. But overall, it's either you have interest in this film, go see it. Judge for yourself. It's not a waste of money. You're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. Either way, if it's something that interests you, just don't worry about the reviews. The reviews are gonna have people who are gonna hate it regardless, and they're gonna be people who love it regardless. It's all about what do you like in your entertainment. For Christ's sakes, I like the Cowboy Bebop Netflix show. Okay, and everybody hated that. You know what I mean? I liked it for what it was.
God forbid you like something that somebody else didn't like. Okay? Because people will just try to tear you a new one on it because you're not supposed to like that thing. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. I will say this, like Ryan says, like Roger Ebert, I hated this movie. Hated it. Hated this movie. Hated it. Hated every simpering, stupid, audience insulting moment of it. And then the funny thing is like then Siskel would turn around and go, I love this. And like they got even Siskel and Ebert, they were very sometimes very snooty when it came to movies. They were very like, especially as the world of the blockbuster movie started, being ushered in, with the Star Wars and the the 80s movies, these big movies that became these event movies. There were times, man, where Siskel and Ebert just acted, like we're above all that and stuff. And then it was weird because then there'd be times like, oh, this was a fun, adventurous movie, blah blah blah, And so, again, I remember saying this back when I was younger, before the internet was so big on this stuff. But again, go watch the movie. Just go watch Black Adam. If you're a DC fan, go watch Black Adam.
If you're a hardcore DC fan, you're gonna love
it. I'm not the biggest fan of The Rock, but you know what? I want to see Hawkman. I freaking bought,
the JSA, man. The JSA.
I bought Black Adam merchandise, man. I got the.
Oh, you bought that tight.
Yeah, I got the McFarlane stuff, man. I got the ship, man. It's like, I'm going to have some fun with it. And I'm just not going to hate on everything. And I'm not going to sit and just act like my opinion is more important than everybody else's. So I mean, that's my Black Adam
thoughts,
movie.
It was a good movie. Some people say I saw the movie. Yeah, I saw a private screening. My boy's dad owns a theater out here. So he allowed us to go ahead and watch the movie at the theater, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Now that being said, I do want to play this little clip too. It's just a minute long. But again, I think this speaks a lot about. This is The Rock talking about the old regime and how they tried to block several times.
Oh yeah.
This stuff coming to fruition. So.
Well, I don't want to say the superhero genre. I'd rather say what's been missing out of DC, in my opinion, is fresh characters, new blood. But also, just as important, what's been missing is leadership who actually listens to the fans.
Yep.
And gives the fans what they want and what they're so passionate about. Because when you get millions and millions of fans who are passionate and wanting something and feeling and just wanting to be heard, and then they're completely ignored for years, not only does that piss me off, because I came from a world of pro wrestling that I wrestled in front of 40 people to 40, 50, 100,000 people. But the key with wrestling for me as The Rock was always listening to the fans because they were going to guide me. So the same thing applies here to the superhero genre, to DC. That.
Yeah. So.
Well, Rock, if you want to listen to your fans, I've been a fan of you since your days as The Rock when I was big into wrestling. And if you want to listen to me, I want you to come out here and spend a day with me to go buy me some bubble tea. Not like that. Don't look like that, Enosh. I wasn't going like that. He's a married man.
You know,
Jesus
Saggy,
Christ. The face
you know,
he
Saggy,
made.
Listen, Saggy, you know what? This is what I got to say to you. And you know what? It's not even me. It's, you know what? Come to Michigan and kiss the mole. Pucker up, baby. Go mwah, 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 right on my mole. Look. There it is. Doesn't he kind of look like a green dolphin that way? But no, it is a mole. Look at my eyes are right there, Saggy. But the mole is right. Look me in the eyes. My eyes are up here. The mole is down here. The eyes are up here. The mole is down here. Ah!
If you don't bring that, if we go to Vermont, you better bring that.
I will bring it. We will sit in the car together, and I will just tell you to kiss the mole for about 150 miles. Sound good?
It sounds great.
Oh, and then I will jump in the back seat with Sassy, and she will be kissing the mole, so to speak. You know what I mean? I get a little French on that one. She'll be French kissing the mole all night long.
I'm choking, dude. I can't. My eyes are watering.
Sassy will be choking as well.
Oh my god!
On the mole.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's the mole.
On the mole.
Oh, Lord help us. Lord help us. I'm praying for that mole, man.
But you know who else is happy today? I was happy today. Walter Hamada was gone. I know there were some people who were apparently not. I really have only found one person who was not happy that Walter Hamada was gone. Joe, I love you. He was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. But
Love you, Joe.
This lady right here was so happy today. She just tweeted, starting my day off with a smile. I'm not saying it's over, Walter Hamada being gone. Maybe it was. What do you guys think?
I would say this. Remember what actually happened in the past couple of years to everybody that was a part.
Yes.
Just with the Justice League team and what actually happened. Okay. Trust me and believe that a lot of them are happy that a lot of this stuff has actually gone down and a lot of these people are not in place anymore. Because they pretty much, a lot of this stuff, they got sabotaged, man. A lot of they got sabotaged and a lot of they really got effed over. Yeah. So now since the new stuff, and Gal could be happy for something else. So she could be happy about that. She could be happy about some other stuff. But we could take it for what it's worth and speculate. But I'll tell you this, Henry is happy. Ben Affleck is happy. I know Ray Fisher is happy. Oh, yeah. Jason Momoa is definitely happy. If y'all seen the pictures that he was putting up on set, believe me, they are happy. Something is going big and it's going down. And I'm saying it and I'm going to say it again. We about to be some happy folks. Just give it time.
I'm surprised Ray Fisher hasn't tweeted today. Like of all the days,
right.
Days, bro.
Right.
I just checked his Twitter. I'm like, bro, of all the days for Ray to be tweeting, today would have been the day. Ray, what is going on?
He might do it tomorrow. He might do it this weekend.
He might give it a day. But you know, the funny thing is, somebody told me, they said that they were disappointed in Zaslav because Zaslav didn't make Hamada apologize. And I'm like, you can't make somebody apologize.
Nope.
And the thing is like, and even if you know, like, especially like if they're on their way out, like, what are you going to tell them? Like, oh, well, we're going to fire you, like, again, if you apologize. Like, and I told him, I said, dude, he's gone. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you make somebody apologize if they're no longer with the company? You can't even hold their job over their head and go, well, if you don't apologize, we're going to fire you. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You can't make somebody apologize. So that this person was trying to put that off on Zaslav, and I'm like, you can't put that on Zaslav. Like, Ray Fisher doesn't want some half-done apology like that. That's not what he wants. He wants a real apology over the whole thing.
And then they would never get it. Tell me, they would never get it because in their mind, the old regime, they're doing their job. It's pretty much it's the company over the actual employee. That's their mindset. They don't give a hell about you because in their mind, you're replaceable. Yeah. They're not worried about what is in front of them and what they have at the time. That's that old regime crap. So,
it's funny that 3 days ago, Ray was like, I don't know why I'm trending today, but let's take this as a reminder that Hamada, and I'm just like, yeah, why hasn't he tweeted today? What is happening?
Right.
Ray's slipping today.
He will. Trust me, he will.
Ray's spending the day with his sweetie. There you go.
Probably.
He ain't spending the day with me. What you mean? He ain't spending the day with me.
Hold on. Magic 8 Ball. Don't forget, if you gave a super chat or you're a member or it's not just a subscriber, but a member or a patron or whatever, you get access to the Magic 8 Ball. So I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna out you right now, Saggy. I'm gonna ask the Magic 8 Ball about your relationship with Ray Fisher. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Magic 8 Ball. $1.99 Magic 8 Ball that I got discounted at Goodwill.
Okay.
Does Saggy have any kind of relationship with Ray Fisher? Oh, hold on. Yes, definitely.
Ah! In your face!
Hold on. Let's define that a little. I said any kind of relationship with Ray Fisher. I have a relationship with Ray Fisher. Magic 8 Ball. Is Saggy's relationship with Ray Fisher romantically involved? Cannot predict now.
All right, there might be some trouble in paradise. Maybe he is stepping out on me. I mean, damn.
Magic 8 Ball. If I go on a road trip with Saggy, should I be concerned for myself?
He's gonna say no.
My reply is no.
See? I'm a good girl. Uh-oh.
Will Saggy attack me in the middle of the night, though? Signs point to yes. See, that's when it happens when you're sleeping. I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. Like that's when it happens.
No. I know you did not get to be able to know Jeffrey Dahmer.
Fourth 1000 says cannot predict now.
So not only am I gonna murder Enosh in the middle of the night, but I also I have a relationship with Ray Fisher, but he is stepping out on me as we speak because apparently he has a sweetie I didn't know about. I thought me and him had a good relationship. We talked, but apparently Ray is stepping out on me. So me and Ray are gonna have to talk soon.
Larry here with a $1.99 super chat says that ball knows nothing. It kisses the mole. Okay, but I will say this: no, Hamada will not apply at Arby's because Arby's has roast beef. Hamada has Hamada burgers, and Arby's doesn't serve burgers.
I didn't know where you were going with that roast beef comment. I was scared.
Oh, come on.
I was scared.
Be scared of the mole, not the roast beef. The roast beef is juicy and tasty and good. The mole is dry and crusty and hairy. I mean, look, I'm glad to see Gal Gadot, though, smiling and happy regardless. Yeah. If it has something to do with this, it's even better from that standpoint for the rest of us. But you know what? I'm just glad to see that she's smiling and happy. And I really, really hope, honestly, that Wonder Woman 3 redeems her for Wonder Woman 84.
That's going to be a hard task depending on what Patty Jenkins do, because for all the information that's been out, I'll put it to you like this, and I'll say it like this, and it's up for the people to actually decide. What did we just get with Wonder Woman? We got Zack Snyder's Justice League. We got the Wonder Woman that everybody wanted. The question is that will Patty Jenkins, and since Jeff Johns is still going to be part of it, is Jeff Johns going to get out of his cocoon and really write the characters that's from the actual books instead of just trying to make these narratives to try to, how should I say,
she's gonna defeat them all with love.
exactly. If you want that Wonder Woman, fine. But are you going to bring that Wonder Woman again? Or are you going to bring the Warrior Goddess? Or you're going to do a little bit of both?
Yeah.
So my question would be is that you're going to have to make a decision. And now you're going to have to really go into the mythos of Wonder Woman. You can't do all that, you know, the cheesy stuff that you was planning, that you tried to do prior. Right. You can't do that. You got to come with it now. You got to go real hardcore with Wonder Woman 3. And you're going to have to bring a villain. Because honestly, to be truthful, I'm going to shut up and let everybody say is that they dropped the ball with Cheetah. They really did. They did. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball with Cheetah.
And really I love Kristen Wiig, but
yes,
there was a couple moments that I just went, oh.
I didn't even watch the movie. I saw clips and I read the synopsis and I was like, nope, no, thank you.
Well, I mean, Saggy, to get the full context, you have to watch it. There's some good things about the movie, but there are bad things that you knew that it was a lot of influence by Patty Jenkins, because Jeff Johns pretty much wrote the whole thing pretty much, but Patty Jenkins in the direction that she wanted, there's a lot of it in there that she wanted, because she stated it right after the original Wonder Woman that she wanted to do Wonder Woman. Her inspiration was the Superman, the original movie, the Christopher Reeve ones with Richard Donner. That was her inspiration, and that's what she wanted to make Diana be. So she went back to the original back in the Silver Age Wonder Woman, where she wasn't really a warrior goddess. She was more of the carrier of love and all that stuff like that. And that's what she brought forward and then twisted the story and, you know, all the other stuff. So if you watch it, you will see, but it's good. It's good for you to watch it so you can get a full context. You don't have to watch it numerous of times. It's good to watch it one time, get the full context. And then once you find out, you'll be like, okay, I like this, and this, or I hated it in general. Like I say, the movie has its good points, but it has a lot of bad points, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it like you can see the movie in the movie, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of see like somewhere in there, there's something good. But yeah, Pedro Pascal was really good. I like Pedro Pascal in it.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal did a good job. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of all I got. I mean, unless anybody's got any other thoughts on anything. Prime, did you have any thoughts while we're closing here? We're at almost a 2-hour mark. I like that actually for these midweek things now that I'm doing, because I can't go 4 hours when I got to get up at 6 in the morning. But,
I feel you on that.
Heck yeah.
I'll just go say Man of Steel. We could discuss that later. I want to discuss it tomorrow. But Man of Steel, like I say, the Man of Steel, when they come out with the second one, they can go in 3 different directions. And I'm glad that that's a possibility. The only thing is that we got a producer. We don't have a director. They got a producer. They need a writer. And they don't have a director. Well, it's one speculator for the director, you know. But other than that, it ain't Zach. It's that director from the Mission Impossible. So that's the one. But I'm waiting for that. So it is.
You got anything interesting coming up on your channel?
I'm doing something tomorrow. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm doing something tomorrow.
I will say yes. I have seen the new the new Titans trailer. I like most of it. I do not like.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Yeah,
two things that I did not like. One, I don't know what this push is all of a sudden that Lex Luthor's got to have some kind of crazy beard. I don't. I don't know what I like. Has John Cryer now broken Lex Luthor? Like, whatever. But there's that. But also, Batman is not scared of Lex Luthor.
No,
that's BS right there.
When was Batman ever scared of anybody?
Well, exactly. But Phil brought it up like in a tweet today, and I wish Phil could have been here tonight to talk about it, because Phil brought it up. He's like, no, that's BS. Batman is not scared of Lex Luthor. And there's if you haven't seen the trailer yet, just go watch the trailer. You know what I'm going to watch? You know what trailer I'm going to watch when this is done? I'm going to watch the Creed 3 trailer, because I have still not seen the Creed 3 trailer.
That's off the hook, Enoch.
It was actually really good. It was really good.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do? You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this here in just a second, and then I'm going to do a members only stream right after while you can see my live
reaction,
and that will be the members stream, is my reaction to the Creed 3 trailer. But here's the thing. As far as Titans goes, that line right there, that Batman is afraid of Batman is afraid of the one man that Bruce Wayne was afraid of. No, he's not. No.
And the bad thing about it is that that's Jeff. I don't even want to get into that. I don't know what Jeff Johns is thinking. But go ahead. Jeff Johns do great for books, but when it comes down to certain TVs and movies, Jeff Johns be off his rocker. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I like Stargirl. I actually like Stargirl.
Stargirl is good. I give that. See, that's an original property that he ain't doing. But when it comes down to just DC properties and he knows these characters, he just I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't
get it. But hey, it is what it is.
Saggy, what you got? What you got coming? Besides apparently attacking me in the middle of the night. Saggy, okay, hold on. Magic 8 Ball. Does Saggy have something stuck in her mouth right now that she can't talk?
I was watching the season 4 trailer of Titans.
It is certain. That Saggy had something in her mouth that made it so she couldn't talk.
Yeah, my jaw was dropping at the line that Batman.
Her jaw was dropping, all right, because that's a lot to take in with the mole. You're going to have to open up real wide.
I was watching the Titans season 4 trailer. I wanted
to you cannot see her there behind that.
I don't even think. Wait, what was the last season? I forgot the last season. How did the last season end? I forgot. It's been a while.
I don't know, but somewhere Saggy was all like.
What the fudge am I watching right now? Oh my God!
This is what we now call watching the Titans. Yes, I'm watching the Titans. I'm watching that trailer. Here. Can we move over here so I can see the screen?
Okay. ASMR, dude. Like, what is happening?
Oh yes, Titans. Titans look so good, Inashis. Okay. Oh, shit. I've become unhinged.
Oh my God! If y'all can see my face right now, bro, it's like my head is down. I'm literally face palming. It's not even.
My head is down. It's just like this now. Okay. You got to get the angle.
Oh Lord!
I'm sexually confused right now.
Oh, there's no confusion about it, baby. We know you love the mole. Come on. We know you love it. You love every bit of it. Look, it's big, it's black.
Why does he have a mole? Why does he even have that? Did it come?
Why are you questioning? Do not question the mole. Do not question the mole. Just love the mole. Just kiss the mole.
Did you buy it with the mole?
Just lick the mole.
Why does it have the mole?
Imagine if you were that you're walking down the street, just Ayo, this is Kermit the Frog. But then all of a sudden you see the mole.
Why? Why is it a mole on it though? I'm very confused.
By the way, this represents the mole because it's big and black.
I don't know how the frog has a mole. What do you do? I don't understand what I'm watching anymore.
And then all of a sudden, you lick the mole. It's like you get a little taste of the mole first. You go. That's good mole. Let me tell you,
hell?
That is great mole right there. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're just full on, just like
You're ruining guacamole for me. Is that supposed to be like the Kermit meme? Is that the way it is, the Kermit meme? But why did it have the mole on it? I don't understand why the Kermit has a mole.
I've made it my own thing, Saggy.
So you put the mole on there. Why did you put the mole?
No, he came with the mole. He came with the mole.
What? Why does Kermit have a mole?
Because it's the evil Kermit from the movie.
But I'm saying, like,
You know, the meme. It's the meme. He's my Snyderverse cultist, Kermit.
So are moles
Remember when I used to put the
evil?
Remember when I used to put the thing over my head and I was the
Darth Sidious.
I was the Snyder. What was I? Because everybody was calling me the leader of the Snyder cult. Right? Remember that? Remember when Mr. Jody's Corner called me the leader of the Snyder Cult? Him and Andy Signor were coming after me on a regular basis, right? And so I got an evil Kermit to go along with. Now I have passed the torch to him. He is now the leader of the Snyder Cult for now.
No, I get that, but I'm just wondering why the
powered by the mole.
Why the mole indicates evil? So, like, does anyone who have mole is evil?
Oh, the mole is not evil. The mole is tasty. It's
because I'm trying to understand if the mole is supposed to be a representation of darkness or evil because it's a mole, and I don't get it.
No, it's not. It's representation.
Why is Justin here?
It's representation of guacamole.
You brought the Muppets into it, and there's a good.
I am not a Muppet. Shut your mouth.
Why are you
I am
just now
answering
getting
Saggy's question.
We have not revealed what my true name is yet. We're still going to.
Constantine from the Muppet
My name is not
Wanted.
Constantine. That is my cousin. We both have the same mole.
All right, whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just saw that you had Constantine or Evil Kermit in here, and I was like, what the?
How does the back of your head feel?
It feels numb.
What is happening? What is happening?
Take that, proper.
I've had a few of those times in my life, oh my goodness!
My God, Justin over here talking about he got donkey punched. I can't do it. I can't. Prime left on that.
Prime is just gone.
I'm kidding. I have no.
He's in the
idea.
Amazon now. Now he's Amazon Prime.
Oh my God!
Good fucking riddance. I hate Amazon.
Hey! If you watch one of Prime's videos, does that mean you watch Prime Video?
I'm done. I
don't even know what's going on. Who are you supposed to be mocking?
The mole. Shut up. No, it's not important. There's nothing being mocked. It's just a thing. We do it. It's on the internet. We come on for a couple of hours. We go back and do our thing. She licks my mole. And we're good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Saggy. You realize you have taken over so many streams with that sassy thing of yours, right?
I did no such thing. I haven't done nothing. What are you talking about? Sasha is her own thing. Sasha's her own thing. I don't know why I'm being targeted.
Okay,
right
well,
now.
tell Sasha that I've got a mole over here for her to kiss.
If I could find her, I would let her tell you, but I don't even know where she is. I don't feel like getting up together.
Okay, well, it's been a great show. We're actually ending the show right now.
Thanks for joining us, Justin.
I had my own stream earlier, and I was doing other things, and I didn't know that Enosh was live, and so I clicked on it, and I saw a Constantine Muppet, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And so I realized I had a link to it, so I wanted to ask what the fuck is going on.
I'm being assaulted by a Kermit the Frog. What? Don't talk. Why are you guys talking to each other? What are you
He's
whispering
talking
over
to me.
there?
I
No.
will talk to Enosh when I want to talk to Enosh. And
No,
you will
you
not
cannot.
dictate this, or
Hey,
you will kiss
look,
the
I
mole.
No, to hell with your mole. I'm gonna bite that thing off your friggin' face.
To hell with my mole.
To hell with your mole. I will send it to hell where it
I'm gonna get a
belongs.
dermatologist to remove it.
Hey, by the way, you want to come to Hell, Michigan with us this next year? I told my whole church we're going to take the church to hell.
That'd
Is that
be
a real
so-
thing?
That's kind of how. Yeah, there's
We are.
actual
We
terms
are.
for hell, yeah.
We're yeah. There's a Hell, Michigan, and so we're going to do a. We're gonna do we're gonna find a good cause in hell and clean up a part. It's like a super small little community, but you can be mayor of hell for a day, and you can do all this fun stuff. But we're gonna go and we're gonna try to do some kind of community.
Oh, it's a
thing.
touristy kind of town.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you could, but you could be mayor for a day and make rules and laws for the day, like silly ones.
Like actual ones?
Yeah, actual
Yeah.
ones. Yes, you can make actual
Look up
laws.
Hell, Michigan. Look up Hell, Michigan.
No, I know what it is, but like, how far does it go? Like, can you legalize prostitution for a day? Like, how far does it go?
I think they have rules of what you can
What?
do. I mean,
I don't know.
What the heck, Justin?
so we know
Really?
what Justin would do if he was mayor for.
Justin's like,
for a
ooh,
day.
I'm mad with power. I am the mayor, the honorary mayor of hell that I paid $300 for. Legal prostitutes for everyone.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Women getting jobs, men getting jobs. You know, whatever.
Well, you know what, Justin? Justin, here. I'll let you in on a little secret. Come nice and close to the screen here, okay? You can kiss the mole for free.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point, I guess. I don't know.
Kiss it.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
What the hell?
I appreciate that.
Hey, Saggy, come close to the screen.
Okay, I got my foot there. You look at my foot. Does that taste good?
To Tarantino, maybe.
Yeah, lick
Salty.
the foot. Yeah, salty foot. You know, my dog was licking it before you were. My dog likes feet.
So does mine. All right. Well, hey, guys, that's the show. So I'm going to start up a new one. If you are a member of the channel, you will see this next video. I'm going to do my live reaction to the Creed 3 trailer. So if you're a member, you will get the notification of this in just a second. If you're not a member, sign up for membership, and you can see that here in just a second. Yep, that's right, Cherie. Yep, we've decided we're taking the church to hell. That, other people told me I was going to hell anyways, and because somebody said penis on my show, that we were sending people to hell.
Really?
So we're literally going to send people to hell now. So
Wait, seriously?
God
Somebody
created
told you-
penis. Why are you mad about somebody talking about penis? The Lord created penis.
Somebody
That's what I
said the word penis on your stream.
yes,
And one of the churchgoers had said, "No,
They
I'm
were
so
upset.
offended."
They
Okay.
were-
Wait, was it
well-
me? Was it me who said it?
no.
You know what?
I can't even. That's the thing, is I can't even remember who said it. It was about a year ago this time. God, it's been a year. It's been a freaking year, man. And I walked in on a Tuesday, and they're like, yeah, during your Sunday night stream, somebody said penis, and also somebody dropped like an F-bomb or something, and like that was it.
It's
So.
probably me.
No, it wasn't.
be honest.
It was. I can't remember.
Why?
who it was.
Where in the Bible does it say we can't say fuck?
Look, I tried to explain to people that. Hold on. Magic 8 Ball.
Should you
Does it
explain
say in the Bible that you can't say the word?
Oh my God! If it says yes, you
Does
have
it
to
say-
show us.
does it say
you have
it
to
in the
show us
Bible?
the answer. Show us the answer.
It says cannot predict now. So there you go. well, you can ask Cherie. Cherie here.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
Cherie's
that.
like penis, vagina, buttocks. There, I said it. Bring on hell, Michigan.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Listen. I may have dropped an F-bomb on the show a couple nights ago.
Yeah, you
Wait,
do it
what
a few
happened?
times. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I have never dropped an F-bomb on my channel ever. I have
Yo.
never done that. Ever.
Let me tell you though, I will say this. I'm a spy. I don't care if I'm sorry. I'm blowing your spot up, but like when Enosh is pissed, and I mean Enosh is pissed. Oh, that F word will come out, bro. And I felt really bad. I felt like I was listening to my grandfather. 'Cause my grandfather was very religious, and anytime my grandfather swore, our jaws dropped, and we were like, it was like the world just crashed. Like that's how you feel when you hear Enosh say a bad word. You just like, oh, you can't say that word. Like it's wait. I can say that word, but you can't say that word. I'm telling you, it happens. When Enosh is mad, I heard him say it once.
It's not an everyday thing.
It's not,
But,
but I heard it once, and I swear I'm not lying. He got mad one time, and he said the F word one time, and I was like, I stopped. I was like, did you just say the F word? He's like, yeah, I did. I'm angry. And I'm just like, holy crap. That's when you know. If you make Enosh say an F word, woo, you know you done messed up. Because Enosh don't swear, y'all. I'm telling you. Enosh don't swear. Like that's a real thing. But when he does, ooh, 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 it's scary. It's so scary.
You act like it's like he's sitting against God or something. I'm like,
No,
no,
it's not that.
that's
No, it's
Listen,
not
you
that.
know what? Listen, this is what I
No,
tried to
it's
tell
just
people. I
weird.
told people, listen, we have a wide audience from around the world, and there is language that is some places that is bad one way, and language that you could say the exact same word somewhere else, and it's not considered, derogatory, and vice versa. There's a lot of things here in the States that aren't swear words, but if you went over to another country and you said that word, it would be,
like England. Are you thinking about cigarettes?
yeah. Well, if you say, I mean, that's a yeah. I mean, that's a different thing. But I mean, like if you say,
I thought you were referring to that. Yeah.
like if you say bugger,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't.
What?
But
bugger.
no,
Let's
I'm
say
just
that's a
saying.
bugger.
What does
If
that
you
even
ever-
mean?
Bugger. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If you ever heard Enosh, if you will know Enosh is mad when he just says F it, like completely, legitimately, like F it. Like he just gets the word come out. I'm telling y'all, I was shocked. I was like, yo, Enosh is mad because he gave no Fs that day.
Look, it is not. Look, well, Ryan, that was another word that they were upset about because nobody said the word here, but I showed basically the equivalent of there's a game show in the UK where they pull up these tiles with letters on them, right? Kind of like Wheel of Fortune, right? And how every once in a while like you see Wheel of Fortune and it looks like it's saying something that it's not really saying, whatever. So I had the drop where somebody sent me the drop where like we played it and like they pull up 4 letters and it was the C word, and so that was the other thing, like you've used that, and I'm like, it's a blooper. Here's the thing. Here's the great thing. I am so not worried about that nonsense. Like, listen, I get it. We're not supposed, like, I don't think that like we should just go around, just being disgusting or whatever. But like I even look at the Bible. The Bible says Peter, the night that he denied, knowing Jesus, that like the third time he began to swear and curse and basically told this girl to F off because she claimed that he was with Jesus, and he said no. And then the thing is like 50 days later he was preaching on the day of Pentecost and 3,000 people got saved, and it was like the birth of the early church. So look, I just don't. I think that there are some things that, like, again, we put a lot of emphasis on because we're in Middle America. Let's be honest. People in Middle America, they put a lot of emphasis on things like that, and we're told what good Christians and bad Christians do and don't do. And let's be honest, most of these people can't even live up to their own expectations. And so, I'll never forget when I first took over the church, and my buddy James was sitting there. You guys all know James if you guys watch this at all.
I miss James.
James, but we were in there building some stuff like out at the church, and all of a sudden like James hurt his hand or whatever with a hammer or whatever, and then all of a sudden like he was just like F, like and going on, and I think he expected me to like yell at him, and I just turned around and I was like, dude, you okay? And he was like, all right.
That's how most people should react.
Listen,
it's not that big of a deal to swear, especially if you're in pain. If you're in pain,
it's just a word.
It's involuntary. It's involuntary.
Listen,
whenever
poops like everybody else.
Yeah, it's just
that's why when I accidentally did that the other night, I kind of got ahead of it and I clipped it out, and I was just like, I sent it around to everybody. I was like, here you go. Like, look, see, I'm human. Because I was already waiting.
What was this?
This was just the other night.
Wait, did you save it? I want to see you swear.
Yeah.
I don't get to see. I don't get to hear you swear often. It's hilarious.
I'll send it to you. You've heard me before though, so.
No, I've heard it, but that's why
it's kind of weird that it was on the stream, because I've never done that, and like I stopped and I thought for like 2 seconds, like, should I take that stream down and like no. Edit it, and stuff, whatever. And then I just thought to myself, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it up. And, like if my haters want to come after me, and call me names or tell me that I'm, this or that, that's on them. I really don't give
Wait, where do you see the clips? I can't find it.
No, I texted it to you just now.
Is it a recent one that you did?
Yeah. And it's towards like the beginning.
Okay.
I'm yelling about how when I was on the vodka stream, and we
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this real quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you come over to the member stream, if you really want to hear me swear that bad, come over to the member stream and I'll replay it. There you go.
Okay.
She went really quiet. Then all of a sudden, like.
She's probably watching it. You know, she's embracing it. You know, and it's okay, and that's okay. And you know,
that'll be the F stream, Daniel. Where it's the members only F stream, where it's just one F bomb after another. For money, like it's supposed to be.
You're gonna swear for money, okay? Each time I swear, you have to give me at least a few dollars into the swear jar. Somebody else pays you to swear.
Yes, somebody else pays me the money to put in the swear jar by becoming a member.
That's pretty clever. I like that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work on the regular streams. Only in the member streams. That's nice. That's a
Wait a minute. Pause. Real quick. How is it you went from saying frickin' first and then you swore after?
I don't know. It opened the door. It opened the door.
You did it backwards. You did it completely backwards. I don't know.
Can I see this? That would be great. I want to see this.
I can't.
Was it yesterday or?
It was the day he was streaming yesterday. Yeah, but I saw it. He said freaking at first, and then he said the F word. And I'm just sitting there like, how did you do that backwards?
It was dumb. It was really dumb. That's the thing. It was so stupid.
You were literally heated. That's why I say, you know, when Enosh is like legit mad, because he will slip it, man. That's how you know. It is my.
Is it at the very beginning?
No. Okay, so I'm gonna end this stream real quick because I do have to go to bed and it's 2:25. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this stream. Yeah. I'm going to show him this clip, and then I'm going to do the new stream, and then you guys, for those of you who are members, you can come over and watch me react to the Creed 3 trailer. All right, for those of you who are members, and you know, if you pester me enough, I may play the clip over there too. All right. Yes. And for extra money, you can hear Enosh swear in multiple languages. Don't worry, Enosh, I got you there. Awesome. You'll have to teach me some. You have to teach me how to swear in. Oh, you know what? I've got the perfect drop for this, that I've been sitting on, and I haven't used it. I've been sitting on this. Oh my gosh, how did I not play this? It's been a while since I've played drops. So it's right here.
Hi, fellas.
Hi, Dirk. Guess what? I've started swearing.
How about you, Daniel? Are you swearing too?
Not yet, but Jerry's gonna teach me.
That's crazy.
Well, on that note,
hey, we'll let y'all go. Love y'all. Don't forget, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversations. And you know what? Don't worry about whether somebody likes your opinion about a movie or thinks that you're wrong about what's going to happen in a franchise or whatever. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's really it's your opinion, man, and we're all entitled to it. But treat everybody with respect, and if you do that, there'll always be a place for you in the Poindexter Lounge. And as Ryan says, good night, everybody. And like I said, if I don't see you again this morning, have a great afternoon, evening, and
good night.
And tomorrow. And Pretty Fly for a Filipino guy says, night, you mother effers. Until next time. Jeez. And I find the clip.
You're an ass.
Good night, everybody.
What's that blank space for?
What the heck? I will point out that my initials are EF that spell F. So